I cheated myself as a man. Odell Beckham Jr. opens up on personal struggles and PED suspension fallout. Odell Beckham Jr., one of the most electrifying wide receivers of his generation, has once again become the center of NFL conversation. But this time, it's not because of a one-handed catch or a Super Bowl highlight. On the latest episode of the Pivot podcast, the former Pro Bowl receiver opened up about a deeply personal and painful chapter in his career, a 6-game suspension for violating the NFL's policy on performance-enhancing drugs, PEDs. The news sent shockwaves through the league, as Beckham revealed that he had failed a drug test during the 2024 season while playing for the Miami Dolphins. As a result, he will be ineligible to play until Week 12 of the 2025 campaign. But more than the suspension itself, it was Beckham's raw honesty and vulnerability that left fans and analysts stunned. Speaking around the 49-minute mark of the podcast, Beckham admitted that he felt he had cheated himself, not just as an athlete, but as a man. His words reflected the tone of a player not simply defending his reputation but coming to terms with his own humanity. I cheated myself as a man, as a father, as a son, as a brother, Beckham said. I cheated myself in ways that were hard to forgive. Whether you're doing things you shouldn't do, or just not being disciplined enough, you know deep down when you're cheating yourself. But I've never cheated the system. That's not who I am. A painful lesson and personal reflection. The 31-year-old star explained that the positive test was the result of elevated testosterone levels, a finding that he disputes but ultimately accepts. He did not deny responsibility, saying that regardless of the circumstances, the final accountability lies with him. Beckham admitted that he struggled emotionally when he first learned of the suspension. After years of working to rebuild his image and fight back from injuries, the idea of being labeled a cheater was devastating. It's hard to even come back and play football after that, he confessed. You have to face yourself first. You can't hide from it. The fallout from the suspension hit hard, both professionally and personally. Beckham shared that he went through a period of self-doubt and internal conflict, questioning whether he had let down not just fans and teammates, but also his family and himself. When something like that happens, it makes you look in the mirror differently, he said. It forces you to confront parts of yourself that you've been avoiding. Clarifying the circumstances. Beckham provided additional details about the incident leading up to the failed test. According to him, the issue partly stemmed from a missed drug test and miscommunication about his travel schedule. He explained that he had been in Arizona training, then traveled to Las Vegas briefly, unaware that he was due for a routine test. When officials were unable to reach him, the missed test was factored into the disciplinary process. While Beckham emphasized that he never intentionally took any banned substance, he acknowledged that such explanations rarely matter in the court of public opinion. People hear PED and think you're trying to cheat the game, he said. But I've been in this league for over a decade, and I've never failed a test before. I've never tried to gain an unfair advantage. Still, I understand that perception is reality. You have to live with it. The NFL has strict liability rules, meaning players are responsible for any substance in their body, regardless of intent. Beckham accepted the league's ruling, even though he continues to maintain that he did not knowingly break the rules. At some point, you've got to own it and move forward, he said. Regret over timing and acceptance. Looking back, Beckham admitted he regrets not handling the situation sooner. He said he initially tried to appeal and dispute the result but now believes that accepting the punishment earlier would have been better. In hindsight, I should have just taken it, served the 6 games, and moved on, he said. Trying to fight it just made it drag out longer, and it weighed on me. He also expressed frustration that the suspension came during a time when he was already fighting for consistency on the field. In the 2024 season with the Dolphins, Beckham recorded just 9 catches for 55 yards over 9 games, far below the production expected of a player with his pedigree. Between reduced playing time, nagging injuries, and now the suspension, he admitted it was one of the most difficult stretches of his career. Finding strength in reflection. Despite the turmoil, Beckham said the experience forced him to confront deeper issues within himself. He spoke about learning to separate his identity as a player from his identity as a person, something that had become blurred over the years. When football is your whole life, you start to think that's all you are, he said. But when it's taken from you, whether by injury, suspension, or anything else, you realize you've got to find who you are outside of the game. He credited his close friends, family, and mentors with helping him through the dark moments. Beckham mentioned that his former LSU teammate Jarvis Landry played a major role in shaping his outlook on life and football. Jarvis changed my life forever, Beckham said. He's the reason I made it to this level. The lessons he taught me about work ethic, about staying grounded, those things stick with me every day. Beckham reflected on an early moment with Landry at LSU that shifted his mindset. The two attended a core meeting where the discussion centered on leadership and accountability. That day made me realize that being a man is about owning your actions, Beckham recalled. It's about doing the right thing even when nobody's watching. That's what I lost sight of for a while. Reuniting with the past. Beckham later reunited with Landry in Cleveland in 2019 when both played for the Browns. Though their partnership was short-lived, Beckham was released midway through the 2021 season. He said the experience reminded him of the importance of having people who keep you grounded. Shortly after leaving Cleveland, Beckham signed with the Los Angeles Rams, where he rediscovered his form and helped lead the team to victory in Super Bowl 56. That championship run, he said, was one of the happiest moments of his career, but even then, he was playing through pain, both physical and emotional. That Super Bowl felt like redemption, Beckham said. But looking back, I think I was still running from some things inside me. Looking toward redemption. Now facing a 6-game suspension and uncertain free agency future, Beckham is determined to use the time away as a period of self-growth and preparation. He remains confident that he can return to the field and contribute meaningfully once again. This isn't the end for me, he said. I still love this game. I still have something to prove, not to the world, but to myself. He acknowledged that regaining trust, from teams, fans, and peers, will take time. I know people are going to judge me, Beckham said. But the only thing I can do is show who I am through my actions. I can't change what happened. I can only learn from it.